Welcome back to the Catnip
Woo,
Hour.
woo, woo.
This is woo
Do I have,
claps.
wait, hold on
Hold for
now.
applause.
Hold on. Let me get,
First use of the soundboard. Let's go. Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
First of many. You'll see the evolution of the soundboard over time. But
Oh,
this is
I have some saved. I do have some good ones saved. So,
yeah. You gotta think of best times to like interject with them by all means. But
oh, I
this
will.
is this is Andrea, aka Small Bean.
And I'm Ange, aka Tall Beans.
Yeah, small and tall. That's just like
Small and tall.
that's what they call us,
Yeah,
in
back in,
the
that's our street name.
per
We're the whitest
perfect.
people in America. That's our street name.
Not to be confused with the whitest kid or the whitest gals
The whitest gals you know.
Oh, man.
I'm
But,
Polish and
yes.
Irish, so I'm very white.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Italian, which is which
I
is, like
tell, I'm italicized.
Italian.
Yeah.
No, right, I'm actually, yeah, I'm italicized. I identify as italicized.
Yeah, I identify as bold font.
Bold,
Um, no, actually,
underlined.
what's that one font? Way off topic from today's episode. What's that one font?
There's
Calibri.
a lot of
There you go. I'm
I
Calibri. The
identify
one that
as
everyone
LB.
hates, but everyone always uses.
And I'm the, universally accepted Times New Roman.
It's a standard. It's a good font.
No, see, and it all comes back together because see, Roman, Italian, see?
Yes,
See?
and
That's my look.
Calibri.
You're
Hmm.
getting the first look into my lore.
Yeah.
So what's the topic for
Oh,
today, Ange?
YouTube
Yeah,
and YouTube
YouTube.
drama
YouTube. We love it. We grew up on it. We saw it
with
evolve
the evolution.
so
Like,
much. So much. Like you ever think about how what YouTube looked like when it started versus today? It's kind of
oh, I
crazy.
remember, and I'm pretty sure this was YouTube, where your background of your YouTube channel you could customize.
Yep. Yep.
Like right
Yeah,
now, I
real
think
real real
technically,
ugly looking too, like they used to do for
oh,
MySpace. Real ugly.
you did everything. Me
Yeah.
too. Like I right now, if I went to like my old gaming channel, like obviously I have my banner, the name. It says
Ooh, she
like
had a gaming
I
channel.
did, and I have, wait for
Gamer.
it, 12K views on a video. Thank you very much.
It's okay. On my current YouTube that I still use for everything, you know this, I have, like, lyric videos. They're,
Oh,
like, horribly made from, like, Windows Media Maker 2009,
oh yes. And I
and they have,
did,
like, really good amount of views on, like, one random pop song.
yeah, I have like my other old channel too that I used
Uh-huh.
to post to for like lyric videos and other like graphical things. And my
Yeah.
one thing, 20K views.
Yeah.
And it was
I don't
just,
even know, I gotta check. It's literally the song, "He Loves You Not" by Dream that I made a lyric
nice.
video
Yes.
for,
Mine was
and it has a
Perfect
good
2 by
amount of views.
Auburn. I don't know if you know
Oh,
that
wow.
song.
No, no, I definitely do.
Yes,
I
and it
definitely
wasn't even the lyric videos, it was just pictures for, like, every major word, and it compiled into, like, a video and 20K views, so I knew what's
You're that
up back
meme.
in
You're the
college.
you're that meme. Graphic design is my passion.
Yes.
No, literally, because you took Photoshop classes in college.
I did take Photoshop in college, and back in
Yeah, can
college,
confirm.
like, at least freshman year, I did try to become a YouTuber, and I do
Mhm.
remember filming myself with my old, like, those Canon, not the fancy Canons, but like the old school, like digital cameras.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
had one of those that also did videos, and I tried filming myself,
Uh-huh.
and oh my god, I'm glad I have no record of that anywhere. I was,
I have, like, older videos on, like, the same it's literally the same channel that I still use because I don't know, I just what I do is I just put the videos on, like, private over time, which
mhm.
I'm just like, "Ooh, this is cringe. I gotta
Ooh, I
erase
don't want
that from the
anyone seeing
internet."
that. You
Same thing
know.
I've done with, like, Facebook. I've just made things private that are too old and too cringe.
Yes.
I don't wanna delete them because it's like, I have no way of getting those things back now because whatever computer or camera or whatever I was
Oh,
using
yeah.
is nowhere to be found now, so if I erase them, they're gone. So
Yes.
I just made them private.
Yep.
Ugh,
It's just
but
but
we're
YouTube was wild. Yeah, you could
yeah,
change your own background. And
yeah,
I just remember making it as obnoxious as I could because I thought it was
mhm,
just the coolest thing to have this crazy background. Like,
yeah.
people's eyes were probably hurting.
I remember
Like,
when the YouTube logo used to be, like, the actual TV. Do you
yep.
remember that? Like, it would be for, like, a full TV as the
And what
logo.
a time too. And you can't do this now. I think sometimes on your phone it works, but you used to be able to, like, if I'm listening to music through YouTube, I could exit out of the YouTube app and do other things on my phone and listen to, like, the music will still play without being
Yeah,
on the app. That's how old I
yeah,
remember YouTube.
yeah. I mean,
Also,
now what it does is when I like, you can minimize it. I don't
yeah,
know, like it
yeah.
does it on. I have iPhone 11, and I think it depends on what iOS you have. But I would you can minimize the video, and it'll just be like small, like basically
Hmm.
like picture in picture with whatever else you're doing on your phone.
Yep, and it only
So
works for certain things. 'Cause I think when
yeah,
I'm playing music, it shuts the entire app down. But if I'm like
mm,
watching an actual video of something, then it would minimize it and just play it in the background.
right, right. Yeah, I
But
think it is just for
mhm.
videos. That makes sense because then YouTube has their whole subscription thing, like
Oh
YouTube
yeah,
Music,
and
and
YouTube
so that's probably why they
TV.
do that.
Yeah,
See, we're onto you. We're onto you, YouTube.
I know what you're doing. I know what you did last summer.
I have Spotify. I'm not gonna also pay
I'm
for
not
YouTube
afraid to
Music.
use it.
Sorry.
Sorry, not
Sorry.
sorry. But also, speaking of YouTube, I don't know
Yes.
why I follow Jake and Logan. Well, I don't follow Jake because I don't care. But Logan, I was always kind of like, oh, he seems like the better of the two. And I do like Prime
Which is
Energy,
not saying much, but,
which
you
is
know,
not
it's
saying
like
much. And I like Prime Energy drinks. So I'm like, okay, I'll follow
we
Prime.
know this, you're an apologist for Prime. We know.
Look, if they want to sponsor this podcast in the future, I would not oppose.
I kinda
But
curious because I always see it at
so
Wawa.
yeah, let me pull it up. So Logan is dating some supermodel.
Okay.
Let me find her name. Her name is Nina Agdaw, fitness, health coaching, and nutrition.
Okay.
I know. Anyway, they're having a baby.
Oh, wow. Hmm.
Hmm.
There's gonna be another Paul brought into this world.
And I will say he is decent
Woo.
looking, and she's
Yeah.
gorgeous. So their kids are going to come out just fine.
Yeah. You just hope that maybe the kid will get all of her personality into
Well, who knows? I mean, she seems fine, but what
No, I know. Who knows? Again, these people, they could just she could be just as bad
I
as
mean,
who knows?
what I'm seeing online, and obviously it's her own Instagram, so she's going to be
Right,
fine.
you curate what
Yeah.
you look like online, obviously, and do online, but
Yeah, but she's like the supermodel person, and then Jake
mhm.
apparently is dating some speed skater, Olympic speed skater.
Ugh, what an
Anyway,
athlete family. No, I'm just
yeah, and now they're boxers.
their
It's a whole
WWE
thing.
fame. No.
That whole family. But that's not. I feel like that's not the worst drama. Like
No.
their drama was crazy, but I feel like
Yeah,
there was way worse. Maybe it's just because I watch different YouTube
yeah.
than most people. Like their drama was crazy, but I feel like especially your drama. To me,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was, like, nuts.
Into it? Yeah, yeah. Well, I
But
mean, it's the drama topic that I have is probably, closer to me than maybe other people because it's like it's YouTubers that I enjoy, you
yeah.
know? So,
Yeah, I guess
but
hearing YouTube drama in general, it's like, oh, like, I guess compared to, like you said, when you watch your people, it's more shocking. So for other
yeah.
people, they're probably like, "Eh."
Yeah, I mean, well, first before we get into mine, because I could say so much and rant
Oh,
for like
mhm.
an hour about it,
Yes.
but what was your YouTube
Oh,
drama choice that you wanted
so
to
I was
bring up? I
looking
know
back.
it's a little bit of a throwback. Kind of both of them at this
Yeah.
point are a little bit of a throwback, but yours more so, I'd say.
Yeah, I just remember, well, in general, the beauty community is
Yes.
by far the roughest on YouTube to be a part of.
Yeah.
Like, it's very
Yeah, they had a
cutthroat,
lot of ups and downs.
lots of ups, still do.
Mhm.
And so when I was trying to think of like, oh, drama to talk about, like there's obviously the Ace family is getting a divorce. That was a whole thing. And then
Less
apparently,
scandal, sorry.
yes, and then Aspen Overd and her husband apparently are getting a divorce, but there's nothing that's like facts about it. Like she
It's
never
all, like,
came,
hearsay. It's
yeah,
just
and
like,
she never came
okay.
out with the statement, but People Magazine did two like 2 or 3 articles already on it. So I'm a little
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah. It's
But
wild, though. You can't really trust, like, those magazines. Like, if you ever see those, like, magazines you see in the grocery store, they'll be like, "Oh, she went out without her husband once. They're divorced."
yes, and I
You know?
do know that People Magazine is more credited because I do see
Yeah,
some
yeah.
celebrities reaching out and being like, "Oh, thank you for covering my story." So I guess it is more
Right.
credited than like other news stories out there. But like if
Mhm.
the people themselves haven't confirmed it, like
Yeah.
can you really say it's true? But at least with
Right,
the Ace
right.
family, like they made their statements on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, throwback to the beauty community. So I
Uh-huh.
was looking into all the drama back then. I think this
Yeah.
was 2019, 2020, early start of COVID. So obviously James Charles, for everyone that doesn't know, he's a beauty influencer on YouTube. At the time, he
Mhm.
was 21, I think, when he started, and he became the first male influencer for CoverGirl, which is at the time like the biggest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was at the time. I remember everyone, people that weren't even, like, affiliated or, like, aware of, like, the beauty
Yes,
guru community were still aware of that because it was making every headline.
yes, and
It was such a
also
big change.
because he also like the way he became famous too. Besides just being a guy that does really good makeup, I
Yeah.
remember there was a thing on Twitter where he showed his yearbook photo and he
Mhm.
doesn't like the
Mhm.
lighting, so he brought out his ring light and did his highlight. And so, like,
Yeah.
if you look online at his photo, he has like the shaved head with the man bun, full face of
Mhm.
makeup, the big blocked eyebrows. Remember those? The eyebrows
Yeah.
that were like massive and thick, and then
Yeah.
like
I had a I
highlight.
had a minute I had a minute where I did that to my brows, but I learned. We all
Oh,
grow
see, I never wore makeup, so for me, it was like not a problem.
Yeah, I mean, my eyebrows are kind of like on the like I kind of got away with it to an extent because I do have like kind
Yeah,
of like a thicker like eyebrow and it is like darker, but you know, we grow over time. But anyway, he did I remember that with that yearbook photo. And
yes,
I feel like I would see like memes and like other people like just doing that as well. Like he influenced a lot of other people to like try to do that in their actual like
oh
yearbook
yeah,
pictures.
yes. And then so he started on YouTube, and then he moved to LA by himself, so he didn't really have anybody with him. And then he
Yeah.
met Tati Westbrook, and I think she was in her late 30s, which I always
Yeah.
kind of felt weird about. I mean, granted, like you're in the same community, so I guess it's not that weird to have a large age gap. But if you're like almost 40 and he's 21, just seems kind of odd that you'd be like hanging around him so much. But
Yeah.
maybe in that industry, it doesn't really matter
I
age
guess. I
wise.
mean, I guess I kind of saw it as maybe like, almost like she was like an older sister or
Hmm.
like an aunt type figure
Yeah.
to him, I guess,
And I
really.
think
And
it
I guess
does
it's
say
just they
like,
have the commonality because they were both so popular. And I remember
yeah,
she was getting a lot of views and he was getting a lot of attention. So maybe they just kind of like
yeah,
sometimes that'll happen. Like two influencers will just start to become friends, even because like their communities will start to be like, you should collab with so and so, and then they'll look at that and they'll be like, you know what, I should, and then
yeah,
all of a sudden they're friends.
yeah.
You know?
And so, yeah, it says she's 38 now.
Mhm.
But that was in 2020 when this article was made.
How old is
Um,
James Charles now?
she's 24.
Okay.
And let's see if she's still. So she's 42. So she was 38 at the time the article was written. So she was in her late 30s when all this drama was
Uh,
going on. Um, but she and her husband, whose name is also James, like basically took on like a parent role with him, and just
Yeah.
giving him all the support because obviously his family's back wherever he used to live. So he
Uh-huh.
didn't really have anybody. So I think they would constantly let him like stay over and like basically just became his second family. And so Tati has her company, Halo Beauty. It's like supplements for skin, hair, nails. And this is where the drama starts. And again, when I'm reading back on this, I don't know why this was drama to begin with, but James Charles posted like an Instagram story promoting another company called Sugar Bear Hair,
Yeah. Oh,
which,
I remember
yes,
Sugar Bear Hair. I
hmm
remember all the
it
ads from
was,
like Kylie
oh
Jenner and
yeah, it
all of
was
them.
the craze.
It was like the first type of like little like because now I feel like there's a lot more of those like vitamin
Yeah.
companies where they like vitamins like basically taste like candy. But Sugar Bear
hmm
Hair is the one I first remember like really like blowing up.
Yep. And I guess basically does the same thing as her company does.
Uh huh.
And so he posted an Instagram story promoting this other company. And I guess that upset her.
Mhm.
So she posted a whole lengthy Instagram story where she says she feels betrayed and used. And she doesn't mention James outright. But obviously you can tell from the video who she's talking about. And like it doesn't really make sense to me. As long as he still supports your company and is like why is it a huge problem that he also supports somebody else?
Right.
Like I get in some ways they're competition, but
Mhm.
as long as he's not saying this company is the best company in the whole entire world and yours is shit, don't use her company, then you can be
Right.
pissed off. But he's just saying like this company helped me out. And so
Yeah,
he
and it's not
made
like he
yeah,
just like directly like was talking like shit on her company. You
no.
know,
And
wasn't like
so
don't use her products. You know.
no, and then so he made a whole Instagram story and he goes, I want to publicly apologize to my close friend Tati. She's been like a mother to me since my first days in the industry and has given me more love, support, resources, and advice than I could ever ask for. This weekend, I did an Instagram story for sleep vitamins that I've been taking because the brand really helped me with security when the crowd was around me at Coachella. I did not accept any money from the post. As most of you know, Tati has a vitamin brand which I take on a daily basis, but in the moment, I did not think about competition, which was a major oversight. And I supported Tati both online and off, like she has done for me, and I'm devastated that I hurt someone that I truly love and have endless respect for. Like all you did was say this company helped you at Coachella. Like why
Right.
is
Like
like
it's not.
maybe it's me and I'm not that old. I'm only 29. But like why is someone who's almost 40 years old ranting on Instagram about something like this?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, it's
yeah,
just
okay, you're
totally
famous.
like,
This is your
blown out of
company. Yeah.
proportion.
Like sure it's you're famous. This is your company. Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
But like you're almost 40. What are you ranting on Instagram for?
Yeah.
Like, there are
I mean,
real problems that you could be ranting about, and you're ranting that James promoted a company that helped him at Coachella.
yeah. It just seems like very it just goes to
Yeah,
show you how deep they get into their world of just like being online and have to like produce
yeah,
all the it just seems like in the grand scheme of things, it just seems like very vapid and
yeah.
like
And also,
I don't know.
as adults, hash it out yourselves. Maybe she did,
Yeah.
but then if
Yeah.
she did talk to him privately, there's no need to also, again, publicly say you're disappointed. So
Right.
that it seems like that was in April of 2019. And some
Mhm.
other beauty influencer, do you know Gabriel Zamora? Like I
Yeah.
kind of remember him, kind of don't. But I guess
Yeah.
in his
The name
video,
definitely sounds familiar.
yeah, in his video, he challenges Tati to clarify the situation. And that's where she made the almost 50-minute long video called Bye Sister.
Right.
And it says in the video, she goes into
Choice of
detail.
very, very specific choice of words.
Oh, yeah, because he calls like his community like sister, sisters.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it says she goes into detail about how she provided for James and why she feels betrayed by the situation, and even expresses suspicion that his explanation for posting the ad was BS. And then, out of nowhere, in that same video, again, this makes no sense why you're ranting about the situation. Oh, he's talking about the competitor to this. But she also addresses his alleged pattern of pursuing straight men. And he has been called out for his aggressive flirting in the past. And he himself has admitted that he likes straight guys, and straight in air quotes. But apparently, behind the scenes, a lot of people, including Tati, thought his actions towards these men were predatory. And she
Yeah.
claims that she warned him about his behavior. And she said, "You know, it's really disgusting to manipulate someone's sexuality. You are using your fame, your power, your money to play with people's emotions. You're threatening to ruin them. You're threatening to embarrass them. And you're doing that to have them behave sexually in your favor, even if they're straight. And you know what? That's not okay." Like, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't address these things, but like, that was not at any point during the last few months, was that part of the drama to begin with.
Right.
And like, I get,
Right.
yes, that needs to be addressed, and he needs to be known, like, hey, that's not okay. But like, to address it in all because you're pissed off that he's promoting another hair company,
Yeah.
like, I don't get where I just don't get it.
It's
Like,
like once one thing comes out, it's like when people get like has like have like all these like pent up things, and then when they get in an argument, they're like, "Oh, and by the way, you did this," and then remember when you did this.
remember 3 years ago when you said this one thing that really pissed me off that I never told you pissed me off, or it pisses me off, and you're like, you're just you 2 minutes ago you were just mad at your cookie. Like, what? I don't understand, like, why. I mean, she has a right to be upset that he's like sexually trying to get with men that don't have those feelings. Like, it just
Yeah.
seems weird to address it in that same video when it doesn't
Yeah,
even
it's like
go
she's
hand to
airing
hand
out
with,
like his
yeah,
it's like she got mad at him and is just airing out like his dirty
yeah.
laundry, you know?
And
Yeah.
then let's see. Oh, and then again, out of nowhere, Jeffree Star, another beauty influencer, everyone's probably heard of him.
Yeah, he just randomly decided to get
He
involved.
just
It's like,
randomly
by the way.
decided he was going to get involved. Again,
Uh-huh.
if I'm not involved in it to begin with, I'm not getting involved.
No, I'm not
Like,
putting my two
why,
cents in there.
especially in the
No.
public eye? Again, back in the day, he was that type of person, like, didn't give a shit. So, like,
Yeah.
he's
I
gonna go
remember
after it. Yeah.
he was always in drama.
Oh, he had his
I
own
remember.
constantly. So I
Yeah.
guess James's brother said, "Why does everyone act so tough over the internet?" And I'm assuming they're referring to all the Tati and James stuff. But then Jeffree
Yeah.
Star goes, "Why is your brother a predator? Why did you really move back to New York City?" Exactly. Shut the fuck up.
Mm.
And you're like,
And he
where
was
is
saying
this?
that to Tati,
No, that was
and
in
then he's
reference
saying,
to what James's brother said. When James's brother was
right.
like, "Oh, why is everyone so tough over the internet?"
Oh, gotcha, gotcha,
So, like, it
gotcha.
wasn't even
Okay.
in reference to like, maybe it was kind of in reference to what Tati said
Right.
in terms of James being a predator, but, like, huh? Again,
Y
I'm very
yeah.
confused as to why that's, like, a whole thing.
Right.
And then apparently,
It's just like the Captain America Civil War of makeup guru
yes,
YouTube. They just start picking their sides of
yeah, and then I guess Jeffrey's then boyfriend Nathan banned James Charles from the house for reasons that are relevant to that. And then
Mhm.
around the same time, Tatsu was like, "My heart is still too heavy." And so basically, she couldn't, there won't be a video. And she, like, can't think about it. And then again, Nikita Dragon, another beauty person, decides to get involved
Uh-huh.
and just basically take the side of James and say, like, here are actual text messages to prove that, like, he was getting attacked at Coachella by, like, a large crowd. And people accused her of faking those texts.
Huh.
I don't know how you can,
Wild.
unless you're going out of your way to Photoshop every text message. Like, who has the time?
Who
I
has
get
the
it.
time and what's the point?
And
I mean, I
also
guess
when
if
yeah,
people are that involved in drama and wanna inflate things that bad, maybe, but, like
yeah. And then I guess James probably I think he made some apology video. And then in towards the middle of May, Tati posted another video why I did it. Basically explaining why
What?
she made the 40-50 minute video called Bye Sister. She wanted
So she had to make a video. It's so
explaining
wild that you make a video explaining the video you already made.
yeah. So
Oh, man.
so because she wanted to reach someone who I found completely unreachable. Well, I wonder why he's unreachable. Maybe because all these threats and stuff are coming out. Like maybe it's
Right.
because you're getting pissed off that he's promoting another product and he probably doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And now you're being like he's unreachable. Like
Yeah.
I'd be unreachable too if you were getting pissed off over something so little. It was a
Yeah.
last ditch effort for me to really be loud and vocal and to wake someone that I really love. Wake up someone that I really love.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh, man.
I don't think if you tried hard enough, you probably could have reached him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
maybe
mean, I'm
she
sure she has
tried.
been maybe. I mean, I'm sure they both live in Los Angeles, I'm
Yeah.
assuming, right? Or, like okay,
They
yeah,
they
so it's
have
like
each
you
other's
probably have been to
numbers.
each other's right.
James
They probably have
definitely has
been to
been
each other's
mhm.
houses, I would assume.
James definitely has been to her house. She's
Yeah.
probably been to his house considering they collab constantly. At least back then they
Yeah.
were collabing. So like I'm confused. And then he
It's like
posted
if
a
you wanted to make
video.
that much of an effort, I doubt they have, like, a restraining order against it.
Yeah.
You probably I maybe, we don't know, but, like, I would assume they didn't have a restraining order. I'm sure if they did, we would've heard about it,
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
And then he posted a video called No More Lies. And he addressed everything that Tati and Jeffree Star said about him.
Yeah.
And then he had receipts. It's way too long. And then I guess Jeffree Star threatened to show his receipts. And then
Mhm.
Jeffrey was just like, I'm not going to fuel this fire, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is our real lives. And I inserted myself into something that I shouldn't have. So he, like, got over it.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's in Twitter, but I think Tati basically said that it was Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson's fault because they basically convinced her that James was the problem
Yeah.
and that James was doing all of these things. And so they basically forced her to make the Bye Sister video.
Which nuh-uh, because
Well,
unless somebody's at your house, like,
at
"Upload the
gunpoint, yeah.
video." What do you mean forced?
Yeah, point out a gun and you make a video called Bye Sister and say
Oh,
these
it's like
exact things.
it's
It's
like
like,
walk away from the computer, close the computer, like, you don't have to make the
yeah,
video.
first of all, you're almost 40. Shane
Yeah.
is probably, if I had to take a guess, either in his mid 30s or, yeah, he's 35.
Yeah.
Jeffree Star is probably almost 40. There's no one influencing you to do anything.
No.
Like, yes, it probably is hard when you're hearing all these people talk about someone that you know in a negative way. Like, yeah, if you came to me and you were like, hey, this person that you know is like trying to sexualize people and blah, yeah, I'd be a little concerned. But would I make a whole video? No.
No.
Like,
Well, that just goes to show how everything gets,
yeah,
blown up if you're in the
yes,
public eye and how they feel like,
yeah. Oh,
"I
yeah.
need to make a
So,
video about this."
yeah. So
Yeah.
in 2020, in June, basically, Tati said Shane and Jeffrey were bitterly jealous of James's success, so they gaslit her into taking him down. And back in
Really?
2019, Jeffrey started talking a lot more crap about James than usual, seemed like doing so had become his biggest obsession. It started with him telling me right before filming our collab together for James's channel that he actually didn't want me there, that he wanted naked tutorials instead. But Jeffrey said he had my back. Things further escalated at my birthday. Even every time James Charles' back was turned, Jeffrey would tell me that James was out of control. He even texted and apologized for James's behavior and how embarrassed he was of me. As the weeks went by, every time I saw or spoke with Jeffrey, it seemed to me that James was all he ever wanted to talk about. Said that James Charles was a monster with many victims. And then Jeffrey connected her to Shane, who then came to her house and claimed horrific allegations against James. And all this led to Tati making the Bye Sister video. I did
Yeah.
not make my video because of the vitamins. I made it as a result of the poisonous lies that were fed to me by Shane and Jeffree Star. But if it wasn't
I'm
about the
like,
vitamins, then why did you start off the video about the vitamins and then go on to all of his allegations?
yeah, I just
And also, during this time, if you
messy.
remember, Shane Dawson was under fire because he said something sexual about Willow Smith, I think.
Oh,
Do you
I've
remember?
never heard of this.
Oh, there was
No.
something he said about Willow Smith at that
Ugh.
point.
Which seems odd for him to
Was
even
and
like.
Shane has been weird for a long time, and there's lots of
Well,
stuff
yeah,
that.
you heard about the whole cat situation,
Mhm,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We don't have to
So
bring up
like
that because that just freaks me
again,
out.
I'm not trying to say that what Shane said wasn't true, but like if I'm hearing something about Shane or about James from someone like Shane, I'd be like, thanks for telling me, but like, don't you also have these things going on in your life? Like,
Right. Like
you're
you.
telling me,
What's
oh,
the
James
what's
has
the
many
saying? You
victims, but
can.
like, didn't you just sexualize Willow Smith?
Yeah, and he's not.
You're not
You know what I
innocent
mean?
either.
Like there's
Yes.
odd things that happen with him. Like right. Like what's the saying? Don't throw stones when your own window's made of
Yes.
glass. Like.
Yeah. Like, I just
Oh man.
don't understand how it went. And maybe this is the whole point of YouTube drama and how, like, it escalates so quickly. But how do you go
Yeah.
from just being like, I'm pissed off because you're promoting another brand that's pretty much the same as my brand to, by the way, you're a predator, get out of here.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. It almost seems like they're just like, "Oh, I'm the good guy. This guy's bad. Don't pay attention to him.
Yes.
Pay attention to me." You know?
And I wonder if it, like, maybe getting pissed off about the whole Sugar Bear hair thing was like, it was BS. And well, that was just a gateway for her to be like, oh, by the way, he's a predator. So maybe that was her way of putting it out there without directly just randomly being like, by the way, James is a predator. Like at
Right.
least there's some other drama involved beforehand and you
Mhm.
can kind of like sprinkle in all this extra stuff. I don't know. But I just remember that like 2019, 2020 era of like the drama for that. Oof, it
Yeah.
was everywhere. This article that I'm reading it from is Cosmopolitan.
Uh-huh.
So like it even got that far.
Yeah. Yeah, to reach Cosmopolitan, which
Yeah.
I guess does make sense because Cosmopolitan is like a beauty magazine for the
Yeah.
most part, but for it to like go from one medium to another like that is
Yeah.
kind of crazy. Man, I'm reading some like wild articles. Like I just literally Googled Tati, and then I see down here between like 20 and 2021 there's like three wild things that I saw one of the searches, you know how on Google it says people also ask,
Oh,
it said
mm-hmm.
like what is Tati in litigation for,
Oh,
and I didn't know this at all. There was a complaint filed in October 2020 alleged Westbrook and her husband committed fraud, negligence, and breach of fiduciary duty in their capacities as owners of Halo Beauty.
damn.
Yeah. I'm about to send
Okay.
you this article, but it says She had returned to YouTube and the first time in nearly a year. New video, she spoke about her business partner, Clark Swanson, suing her and her husband, said that she sold her Los Angeles home and condos to support the ongoing litigation.
Damn.
Right?
Okay.
I'm about to send you, it's an article from AOL.
God.
And then
AOL.
I also, yeah, yeah, but like it is from like 2020.
Yeah.
But I was about to, I just texted to you. But then there's another thing that I just saw that I thought was really wild. There's different things about her um marriage. And then there was something that I saw a question that said, "What happened to Tati's wedding ring?" And it says,
Oh.
according to Westbrook, she and her husband, this is 2021, so the litigation thing happened in 2020, and then
Mhm.
it looks like in 2021, this is from Business Insider, it says, according to Westbrook, she and her husband almost got divorced during her time away, I guess time away from being on YouTube, I'm assuming she means. They said, though they have gotten back together since, as YouTuber said in her video, which I think is also the video where she addressed the. I gotta watch this video, by the way, where she talks about the, like lawsuit and everything against her. It
Oh
says
yeah.
since they have since gotten back together, but as the YouTuber said in her video, she lost her wedding ring, which she believes she accidentally donated.
How do you accidentally donate something?
I don't think that can happen.
Unless you're
I
like,
mean, maybe
well,
it can,
I would say
but
maybe if you were like throwing clothes in a pile to donate and you threw one that you didn't want to, like that's accidentally donating it. But like that, there's no way.
yeah, yeah. I think I think that's like you don't care about it enough, sis.
I'm so confused.
I'm sending you all of these articles. I want to see this video that she made in 2020 because apparently that's when she had been not on YouTube for like a year. I guess post all of the when the
Yeah.
James Charles stuff had like died down. I guess she took like a little break and then came back. But apparently now her and her husband are back together. But she said now they're back together and they're hoping to have her happy ending as it truly reached the point where she had no hope for a future together. I for real thought I had lost everything. She said that in 2017 or not 2017, June 17th of 2021. So wild updates from
Yeah.
her from the
Well, yeah,
West
and
Coast.
then I do remember because this is also at the very end of the article, and I
Yeah.
remember watching these clips on Instagram, thinking like,
Uh-huh.
"This is nuts." But
And she
Shane,
closed her beauty brand by the way too. It's done.
really,
Halo
the
Beauty.
website's still up as if I can purchase things.
Yeah, I mean, as of that business, as of 2021, it was close. So maybe she like realized, oh
Oh,
wait, I
everything
need
just
more.
says sold out. Are you sure about that?
But
I don't. But yeah,
what
so
were
I
you
do
saying just now at
remember.
the
Oh
end of the
yeah,
article?
so I think this was around this time
Uh
because
huh.
Shane tweeted in all caps, "This is the fucking lie, and I'm losing my mind." And I do remember at one point, and I don't know if this was in relation to all of this drama or something else, but he was going on Instagram live like every day,
Uh,
pacing around his house, like screaming on Instagram. Do you remember that?
who Shane was doing that?
Yeah. And I
I
think it
think I do vaguely remember
and I
that. I
think
mean,
it was in relation to all of this.
after I heard about the cat stuff, I just kind of tuned him out
Yes.
because it grossed me out so bad. I was like, I don't want to
Mhm.
know about this person
I'm
anymore.
not even going to go into details. You Google that if you want to know. It's
Gotcha.
I
That goes
can't
to everybody listening too. Google is free.
Go- Google. I'm not talking because that's I have cats of my own, and that's just weird. I can't.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. There's jokes still made about that to this day. Like basically, when anybody brings him up, they make some type of joke to that, and I'm just like, ugh, please,
Yeah,
disgusting.
I just I can't.
But what a wild last couple of years
Yes.
Tati
Oh,
is.
unrelated.
You ever just that relatable moment where you just accidentally donate your wedding ring?
Whoops. And then I accidentally
Whoops!
donated
I
my
took it to
husband in the
Goodwill.
process. I'm divorced now. Ooh.
What a way to say you get divorced. I
I
donated
accidentally
my.
I accidentally donated my husband. Um, whoops.
I can't get over. I gotta look into this
And
thing about the
you just see
fraud
your husband at a green drop or whatever they're called. You just see him standing there
at
like,
Goodwill.
"Whoops," at
At
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Oh, which husband? I need a husband. I'm gonna go to Goodwill. James Westbrook. All right,
Uh, yeah,
donated. He's
they're
slightly used. It's
as of
fine.
20
Slightly used husband.
it's the
Facebook
slightly, it's the
Marketplace, your
slightly
husband.
for me.
No,
Facebook Marketplace.
for a
Well,
thousand
it's like we
dollars, you
haven't
can have
spent
my husband. It's even worth a
for
thousand.
$1,000 to take of me.
Yeah.
But it's like those you made me think of those like Facebook pictures or Facebook Marketplace where they'll be like, I'm selling a couch, and then the third picture is just like somebody sitting on the couch.
Yes. Or like they don't, or when they're selling something and they don't have an actual picture of the product they're selling.
Yeah.
Like what? I don't
What is the
understand.
product? Show me the product. And then
Yes.
they're like, message for
Or
details. I'm like,
I
what do
get
you
very
mean?
confused because I don't know if you see this on Facebook Marketplace, but like, you ever get ads for products that like you would never in your lifetime think to purchase?
Yeah.
Like, why
Yeah,
am
yeah.
I?
I think we literally I text you and I think you do the
Yes,
same thing. We text each other Facebook Marketplace listings because they're just
yes.
very off the wall. Like we could dedicate a part of this podcast, which I think would be a good idea, to like random like wild listings that we see on
I
Facebook
will. I'm
Marketplace.
going to share one. Just
Okay.
um, an apparatus for simulating a high five. So there's,
Oh my god.
it's like a
I just
thing that has the arm attached as bent, and you can high five it. And there's like a whole, I guess it's maybe like an old timey thing. Yeah, what
yeah.
is it? What year is it? 1994. Apparatus for simulating a high five. And then it gives the patent number for when you are such a loser that you can't even find someone to high five with when you are watching Bowling for Dollars on your filthy couch in your miserable apartment. That's literally what the thing says
Yeah.
on the actual
I just
device when you're a loser that can't high five anyone. So for 2500 you can get an apparatus that will high five.
mhm. Yeah. I just I just found 3 and I'm about to send them to you, but they're I found one and it's literally just you ever see when somebody says, "Ooh, this is a food in the shape of something?"
Yes.
I found I found a listing for $800
$800. Okay.
for it's in somebody's hand, it's a piece of cheese shaped like the state of California,
Oh yeah. Because I can't do that myself at home.
right? Because you can't take a knife and just I just found 3, I'm gonna send them to you, and then maybe we could, like, I don't know, post these on Instagram or something.
These
The California shaped cheese is $800. There's another one of, listing for animal crackers that are chocolate animal crackers, but the picture is the guy holding it, like, and his face is in the picture.
what is
I'm
the
just like, "And you wanna know how much he charges for this? $50,000."
for $20 you can buy
I just
like
have to
a landline telephone that
great for this audio medium, but
oh
we'll share
wait,
these
and then
eventually
so
online.
we're gonna screenshot all of these and we'll
Yeah,
post
I
this like
screenshotted
next
a
week or
couple
something.
of
I
them.
don't know. But for $20 you can buy a real function landline phone that looks like a burger. It has like
Oh,
the burger.
Like in Juno, how she had the
Yes.
burger.
Yep.
I kind of
Reminds
always wanted one of them. I had the Bratz lip phone. I had that.
oh
I wish
I
I still had it.
had
I wish I still had it. I really do. I
oh
have
I
no
can't
idea where it is, but I would
remember.
kill to find out where that is.
I can't remember. I think maybe I did. I think I had one that looked like a slinky, maybe. I can't remember. But whatever, it's so funny, some of these listings.
Yeah. I
Anyway,
mean, what a derail that we've taken, but I think we
wait.
can. It's definitely a possible topic for future. We could just dive into the chaos that is Facebook
Yes.
Marketplace.
Wait, here you go. One more. Unique wall mountable mouth ashtray. So it literally looks
Pardon
like,
me,
I will send you a picture. It literally is a mouth
mouth
with teeth,
ashtray.
like the lips, the
Mm,
bottom half of the face. Some of the teeth are
mm,
gold, and it's an ashtray.
some of them.
Some of them. There's like 4 gold teeth, and the rest are just ashtrays. I
Can
I
you
don't
remember
know.
the guy charging $50,000 for animal crackers?
I honestly,
$800 for cheddar cheese shaped like California. Oh, I just happened to
that
find this piece of cheddar cheese shaped like California. Sure,
I just
sure,
ha I
Jack.
didn't cut it myself. I didn't chew it. I
No,
didn't
I
do
didn't
anything
chew it.
that.
I didn't.
No, no, no. Of
It's
course
just,
not.
it's just California shaped in nature.
For $20, you can buy this cake pan that looks like dick dick with balls.
Wonderful.
Wait, I gotta
Finally,
finally,
just what
and
I've
it
been
says,
looking for.
I'm not even joking. The description, and they're not wrong, but the description says large cake pan. Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay,
Got it.
anyway.
This could derail really bad. Okay,
All right,
before
anyway.
this derails too
Also,
much.
unrelated because I'm drinking.
Yeah.
So, um,
See, you're drinking, so you have an excuse. I'm just sleep deprived. I'm currently drinking root beer, so I have no excuse.
well, you need,
I'm sleep deprived, and to be honest, after a while, that could almost be like you're drunk.
yes,
So
and I'm not even drinking that much. So I found these things at the liquor store, and it's the Malibu cocktail because
yeah,
I can't stand tequila. Terrible.
yeah.
Don't know why we drank tequila that one day because it was god
Oh
awful. Way
yeah,
too. Oh god, it was way too strong. But this
yeah.
is Malibu
Oh, that was
cocktail.
tequila in that drink, wasn't it? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the
I mean,
strawberry daiquiri
I won't
flavor.
take like I won't take like tequila shots, but like I'll drink tequila in like a mixed drink if it's made well,
If it's
like at a
made well, it
restaurant or
wasn't
something.
made well.
No.
And our friend did ask, "Hey, can one of you try this and make sure like it tastes fine?"
Yeah.
And so I tasted it, and tequila didn't taste strong. It was like the lime juice that kind of tasted strong, but like the tequila tasted all right. And
Yeah.
she was like, "Do you think I need more tequila?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, because you only had like a smidge of tequila left.
Uh-huh.
Who's gonna use like that much tequila in anything? So you might as well just pour like the rest of it in there."
Yeah.
And then
Thinking, "Oh yeah, it'll like
yeah,
mix in."
and then I
Yeah.
drank it again after the rest of the tequila. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's not what it tasted like 2 minutes ago.
And then you take one drink. God, I'm suddenly very warm.
And it sucks. Well, I guess it's a good and bad thing for anyone that's like me. I'm a lightweight. So
Yeah.
obviously it's great for my wallet because I don't have to spend a lot to get drunk. But it sucks because everyone else is like
Life
five
hack.
drinks in. Life hack. Um,
Be a lightweight. You'll
you'd be
spend
a
less money.
lightweight and then you save a ton of money, but you also are very drunk after one drink while everyone gets to have like five or six and be
Yeah.
feeling it. And I'm like, I feel like I had one drink, half a glass of wine knocks me off my ass. So like great.
Yeah.
But this, I don't even know how much alcohol is in it. Oh,
It was
7%.
strong. It was
Oh,
strong.
well, that was strong. This one's only
Yeah.
7%, so it's not a lot. It's one of those pre-mixed cocktails.
Yeah.
Strawberry daiquiri, pretty good.
Mhm. Yeah. Sounds good. I gotta try it. It's a good
Hmm.
recommendation.
Yes. They have
But
other flavors,
my
but
have we derailed? Where we needed to be.
yeah, I forgot for a half a second that we were on the YouTube train.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right,
get back on it, and then the
let's
next
get
stop
back
of the
on.
YouTube train.
Let's get off the train and go to this drama, which is just, in my
Yeah, which
opinion,
is
although like this happened, your drama, it does happen a lot in
yeah.
everyday life. But maybe
Yeah.
it's because it's not only is it someone that you're watching consistently, but it
Mhm.
involves family and other things. Like it was just so rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this, piece of, YouTube drama that we're, hinting at is what I like to call Nedgate, otherwise
Nedgate.
known
Oh
as
my
the
yes.
but, it's the, big, debacle slash scandal that happened with the Try Guys when they became
God. Yeah.
they were 4 and now they are 3, which, in retrospect, I say better off, but,
Better off. Something
better
always
off
felt
than
off about him anyway, but
yeah, yeah, so the Try Guys famously started in BuzzFeed and then, transitioned into having their own company. There were 4: Keith, Zach, Eugene, and Ned. Notice I
No.
had to put the different connotation on Ned because he is the source of the drama.
Yep.
So basically, it came out that he had an affair. He is still,
Is.
as far as we know, was married with a couple kids. But he did have an affair with one of their what was she, a producer on their thing,
Associate
or like an
producer,
editor,
yeah.
associate producer,
Mhm.
right? But he had what he called a consensual workplace
Which, like,
relationship.
what even is that?
It was
There's
his
no
way of wording it so he didn't look bad because she was his so basically he had an affair and cheated on his wife with somebody that he works with. So I take it as his way of just kind of like making it seem better than it was because he was her boss. So
Yes.
not only is it icky that he cheated, it's double icky because that was his subordinate. So
And also, so
gross.
I found, just for anyone that doesn't know,
Hmm.
in a consensual relationship contract, in this case, what he's talking about, both
Yeah.
parties sign an agreement that confirms that everything in the relationship is consensual, explaining that what the parties should do if it ever ceases to be consensual, and affirms that the employees are aware of the organization's policies on sexual harassment and workplace ethics, and
Yeah.
understand the consequences of failure to follow these policies. So, like,
Right.
they're basically saying to each other, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, by the way, guys, it's all
And now
good.
it would be one thing if they were both single and
Right.
you could say, okay, even though I'm your manager, I'm your boss, we both have feelings for each other, we're going to pursue this. But, like, like you said, he's married, he has two children. She's been
Yeah.
with her then fiance for 10 years.
Yeah.
They got engaged and they were set to get married.
Right.
So, like,
Right.
you
This
cannot
would
call
not
that a sensual workplace relationship.
consensual. Yeah,
When,
exactly. Well, the whole reason this blew up is because they were both in relationships. Like this would not have become the scandal it
no,
was, and neither one of them would have had to have left the company if they weren't in
yes,
committed
because you think about how many
relationships.
people meet their partners at work.
Yeah.
Like, especially at my work, and maybe it's because it's a small enough company that, like, the amount of people that end up dating coworkers and marrying coworkers, like, it's normal. But those
Oh yeah, it
coworkers
definitely happens.
aren't married or have kids and are still in relationships with other people. They're just two
Right.
single people that found each other. So, like, you
Right.
cannot. Oh, it irks me so much
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
call.
So this rocked our world because before that, I mean, still to this day, the Try Guys have always been like a comfort YouTube
Yeah.
for me. Like I would just always watch their content. I always like the
Yeah.
eat the menu stuff with Keith and all that and all the funny. It was just they've always been like go to YouTubers
Mhm.
for me. So seeing this, it's kind of like you see like oh everything seems so nice and everything seems so
Yes.
good. Like even Ariel was so involved and like they had like a podcast with
Oh,
their
you can sit
their
with us.
partners all
Yep.
formed. Right, exactly. We're big
Big
fans, by the
fans.
way, guys. If you
Big
ever want to
fans. Sponsor us.
reach out,
Come on the pod. Shout out.
we're manifesting a future
Yes.
collab. No. But that's what I mean. Like she was also involved in the content because they made like the podcast with all their partners, and they would also have the videos with they call them the trial wives and all that. So
Yeah.
when this happened, it was just like
Yeah. And
seeing like the world crumble in
yeah,
front
and
of you. I was like,
she's
what?
an interior designer, designed the entire basically company, like interior building of the company she did.
Yeah,
And it's kind of like, although I guess YouTubers aren't really celebrities
yeah,
compared to like Leonardo DiCaprio or something, like they are pretty big, especially
yeah,
since
yeah,
YouTube is a big thing. So I guess it is
yeah,
kind of like when you see news about your favorite like movie star and something happens and you're like, "Oh, I'm sad that like people were flipping out that Toby Keith died." Like,
right,
obviously I'm not a big country fan, so it doesn't hurt as much. But like
right,
when I saw that Naya Rivera died from Glee, I was like, this is sad and shocking. So like seeing all that stuff
yeah,
come out about Ned, it was like, especially because, and you notice this too, in almost every video he's in, he's always like, "Oh, my wife,"
right, right.
like
That was his brand. He was a big
yeah,
time
the
wife guy.
wife guy.
To the point where they made it a point to like they would tease him about it.
Yes.
Like that was like a thing where like they were like, "Oh, Ned's got to check with his wife first, or Ned's gonna do this, or yeah, Ned'll do this if Ariel theory." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it made it so much more of a almost like a kick in the
Hmm.
face because it was like, "Oh, the wife guy cheated on his wife? What?"
The one
Like,
that always had something nice and incredible to say about her in every
yeah,
video.
always
He
gushing
always
about her
talked
every
about
single
his
video.
kids. He always
Yeah,
made it seem like the most genuine relationship in the group. Like if
yeah,
someone's talking
yeah.
about their husband or wife that much, like you're in love. And like you can tell the way he talked about her, or at least you assume
At least you thought, yeah, right.
by
But
looking
in
at
this
his
show,
life
we don't know
online,
what's
like,
going on.
wow, he really does love his wife that much. Like who
Hmm.
I who would go out of their way to talk about their partner that much if they didn't love
Yeah.
them? So to see
Yeah,
it, yeah.
but then now in retrospect, when you think about it, and the fact of like, I think we've talked about this before. Like, obviously, when we've talked about this, not on the pod, but
Yes.
there was things about how like this was not like there was other reports of him, like things that have come out from like BuzzFeed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, about how like they're like, oh, well, like this is like a pattern of behavior. Like there's been things in the past where like he's the so it just goes to show you like was that his brand of like wife guy
So he could get
to
away
cover
with
things up, you
because
know?
no one's gonna expect that it's the wife guy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
And
Yeah,
the whole
that's
thing because when it came out about all this stuff going on, it's been going on for at that point a whole year.
yeah,
So it wasn't even like it happened like one time a month prior to it coming out. And you could be like, It will never happen again." It was one kiss. No, it's the whole entire year he's been sneaking around
right.
behind his wife and kids' backs. Like, and now when you do go back and you watch some of the older videos that he's in and that Alex is also in, you can tell like they're flirting the entire time. Like,
Yeah,
it's so gross. But you don't really look at it like that because he's married, he has kids, she's engaged, they're coworkers, they're just being funny. But like, yeah, so it says from what I saw on Reddit, in December of 2021, her fiance Will went through her phone and saw that her and Ned hooked up while on some work trip, which makes it
uh huh,
even worse because it's a work trip.
right. Like how you're not trying to hide it at all. Like I just
Yeah, I
remember
don't think,
when
yeah.
everything came out about them, and it was like the whole day when they were like at like a Harry Styles concert,
Hmm.
and they like, went to a bar, and they were just like out in the open. It's like, buddy, you're pretty prominent on YouTube, and you're
Yes.
going to a Harry Styles concert where your fan base is gonna overlap
Hmm.
greatly.
Yeah.
You're not trying to hide this at all. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they were even taking pictures with the fans, and it was like, hello,
And like it's one thing to go to a Harry Styles concert with someone that you work with, that you're
right,
friends with,
right.
and you're enjoying a
Yeah,
concert, but to like you said, to go out afterwards and just make out at a bar. And then
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
and then
like it seems like Will reached out to Ned and told him
uh-huh.
basically like, "Hey, back off."
Yeah, yeah,
And then in September it says Will and Ned's wife received videos and pictures showing that they were making out at the club. And she
yeah,
just landed in New York City to meet up with the Try Guys and their significant others, but got the news, confronted Ned, and when he confirmed him and Alex had been in a relationship for almost a year, she got back on a plane and came back to LA. Like, huh?
yeah, I'll never forget that, I'm pretty sure her fiance found out about it from fans. I'm pretty sure. They had
That's,
messaged him and had been like, "Just letting you know, like, we saw this happen." Like, just
that,
imagine being him,
uh,
like, just going online and he just goes to, like, Instagram and that's just in his DMs, like,
yes.
"Yeah, your fiance is like, publicly, like, making out with her boss."
And I'm
Oh
assuming that's why
God.
he went through her phone. Because it doesn't
Yeah,
explain why he went through it, but I'm assuming that's why. But yeah,
yeah,
as just your average Joe guy. Yes, your fiance does stuff on Buzz or like the Try Guys. But yeah, imagine being that average Joe person and getting a random DM on Instagram from the Try Guys fan being like, by the way, here you go. Sorry to break the news to
yeah,
you over Instagram, but your fiance is making out with her boss.
yeah. Sorry to crush your whole world in an Instagram DM, but
But then there's no good way to really do it. If you
no,
don't know
no.
the
But they
person, you
felt the
can't.
need to
Yeah,
tell him, and I that's kind of like, I guess you could say like, oh well, that's like somehow none of people, but it's like they were just trying to like inform him, you
yeah.
know?
And obviously, because you are not someone that they know, they can't call or text and be like, hey, like I have some news to share, blah, blah,
Right,
blah. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, like, I found this out. Or, hey, can you come over? I have some news that, like, no, I guess the only way to do that would be on Instagram or some other
right.
social media platform. But, like,
Yeah, because
oh,
I think if somebody doesn't follow you, I think it limits the amount of messages
yeah,
that you like, I think if you send, like, a DM to, like, a random, like, famous person or somebody that's not following, I think you can send them 1 DM, and then after that, they have to accept the, you know how, like, it'll go to,
yeah,
like, accept messages from somebody, but they were able to send him, like, that initial DM, I guess, with the
yeah.
picture or the post or somehow, but
Hmm.
yeah, that's
And
wild
then
to me.
I just remember when the video came out and the Try
Uh-huh.
Guys were like explaining everything. Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
Obviously, all of them
Yeah,
are
because
like,
it got to the point where they couldn't not. I'm very glad that they were upfront, like, they knew how, like, it's different, like, their audience is, like, they are coming from initially being online,
yeah,
you know, so, like, they know that their fans are not gonna, like, take it well if they just keep, like, acting like nothing happened, like,
yeah,
posted another video, you know what I mean, or did things in private. Like, I really like how they were just, like, upfront, they're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna immediately take care of this
yes,
because we know that the fans are it's not gonna sit well with the fans if we
yeah.
don't."
And I just remember, obviously, they're all disappointed. But if you watch back that video, like Eugene looks like he's ready to
Mhm.
kill Ned.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
beyond pissed. And the rest of them just
Yeah.
look like just
Very
so
upset
well,
or
yeah.
disappointed.
But like he looks like he could like ruin Ned's day. Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
also,
Oh, yeah.
you're not obviously cheating is never okay.
Yeah.
Never do
We
it.
do
But
not
like
condone.
if for whatever reason you were gonna try and go after a Try Guy, why would you go
Ned?
after Ned?
No,
I
to
I
quote
mean
whatever that random TikTok is, "Not even the premium
I
try."
know. And I can't even if I tried I couldn't go after the pretty one because he doesn't like women.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
But but out of all of them, like, Ned was always kinda the one that was always kinda plain to me,
yes, he was
to be
very
honest with you.
like just your
Yeah.
typical white guy. Like if
Yeah.
you had to describe just your average Joe white guy,
Yeah.
Ned would fit the mold.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
not
I just
ugly, but he's not attractive. He's just like your
yeah,
average
that's a good way to describe it.
like
Uh,
if he was just some random dude on like Tinder, I wouldn't be swiping.
yeah.
So to try and go after
And I am spoken for, so I am not swiping at all, you know?
yes. Okay,
But
unrelated to the actual drama of the Try Guys. But
yeah,
again, attractiveness is just a scale. Number doesn't really exist, but like rank them. If you had to,
rank them.
yes, like most to least attractive.
Well, I mean, I guess coming from, just being the, short, guy stoner lover that I am, Zach's always been my top
Yes.
track guy, and then, I guess I would put Eugene and then Keith, and then Ned was always at the bottom for me.
Oh yeah, Ned will never go to the top.
No. Well, I
But
guess well, here's the whole thing, he's not even a part of them anymore,
yeah, that's
so
true.
goodbye. Goodbye.
But Eugene's just gorgeous.
Oh, I know. His
So
model.
I would put
I don't know how he's not a
Eugene
model.
first. Although he would never go after me because he's gay, but Eugene would be first. And then
Mhm.
if all the rest of them were like single, I
Yeah.
would probably go for someone like Keith.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say, Keith is, like, more your type and,
Yeah.
like, Zach is, like, more my type.
But I do love Zach. He's adorable.
Yeah.
And I love
Yeah.
him and Maggie together. But like,
Mhm.
yeah, if I knew that they were all single, I'd probably go for someone like Zach or
Yeah.
Keith.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
And
like,
then,
damn, that's
well, but
this whole thing
also
really did
to
rock our
add
worlds,
on,
honestly.
like, again, I'm single, never been married, never been cheated on, not that I'm aware of. I don't
Yeah.
know if I were in an Ariel situation, obviously, from an outsider perspective, your first thought is, oh, I would definitely leave, leave his ass.
Yeah.
But then when you're Ariel and you're married to him and you have 2 kids, like, because she's apparently still with him. And they were
Yeah.
spotted at, I think, a Taylor Swift concert together.
Mhm.
So, like, if I were in her shoes, like, would I actually do what I'm saying I would do now and just leave him? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either, but, like, I want to hope for, like, maybe they're either, like, working things out or maybe it's just, like a co-parenting situation, I have
Yeah.
no idea. But now, so when that happened, they immediately, um, kicked, Ned out of the well, not
Yes.
kicked out, they parted ways, is a way, I
It
guess, to
was
say,
the
they parted
most,
ways with
yeah,
them from the
professional
company.
way of putting it.
Right, right, and then, Alex also left the company, which is their
Yeah.
employee that was involved.
Yes.
So, I think that was the best for everyone because I don't know how she would have gone back to being in the environment after that
Even if they
happened,
let
and
her come back, even if
right.
it was like a, oh, because obviously they're both adults and both consenting adults. So,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
she's just as fault as he has.
Yeah.
But even if for some reason it came out that, like, she was manipulated to do the things with him, and
Right.
it was more of like a, it's his fault than both yours, like, she could never come back from that. Like, there's
Yeah,
no
I just
way.
think there would I mean, just imagine how the workplace would be. She'd probably just be working from home all the time.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like the work environment would definitely change.
Oh, yeah.
And then obviously, I'm glad that they didn't take the route of thank God they put their morals and didn't just sweep things under the rug
Oh, no.
and just parted ways with him.
Well, because the 3 of them, at least, again, I don't know them personally, but they just seem like really good stand-up guys.
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise me they took the high road and did things the way that they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
But ugh, I don't know
But
why.
but
Again, I think maybe it is
boy did that
because,
rock our world for a couple weeks. We were like
and
I'll
I
never forget how
remember
many
too.
articles and tweets we were just sending
Oh,
each other
and
back and
I
forth, like, "Look at this,
remember,
look who said this, look at this."
and there, because it's, if you're even remotely famous on YouTube, your personal life is out there. So obviously
Mhm.
this all came out. And then there was the whole compilation videos of like the cringiness of Alex and Ned together. And it was
Yeah,
just
like,
like
pulling
cut
back
up
old
bits and
clips
pieces
and
and clips. And watching
yeah.
those back, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, all the
mm-hmm,
compilations that are, like
mm-hmm.
and then all those videos that came out from, like, all the gossip YouTubers, it was like, "The news this week on the Try Guys scandal," and I'm watching all of that all the time. Oh, man.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just, oh,
It just I don't know. I mean, I have, like, friends that are YouTuber I would have to get way more comfortable with just being in front of a camera, let alone showing my life
yeah,
on YouTube, so it takes a lot.
yes.
Kudos to YouTubers 'cause I don't know how you do it. I mean,
And
I just get I get subconscious of my voice alone, I can't
oh
imagine
yeah, I do that too.
videos.
And it's I'm sure everyone feels this way, and I don't know if it's your, like, your mind playing tricks on you. Honestly, I'm talking
Most
to you
likely, probably.
I feel like because I'm talking to you now,
Mhm.
or if I'm on the phone with somebody, or if I'm at work, like, I can hear my voice right now. It
Yeah,
sounds like it's always sounded. Oh, but as
right.
soon as I listen to the playback, I'm like, why do I sound stuffy? Like I
Yeah, or
sound as if
you
like
always find things to pick apart. We're our own worst
yes,
critics is basically what it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Oh, and then so
Oh.
because we're talking about cringiness and all that.
Ooh, good segue. Good segue.
I'm cringy all the time, but especially way back when, because as I have one every episode,
Uh-huh.
I have a cringy Facebook status from
Oh, yep.
from 13 years ago, April 9th, 2011,
Let's go.
and I honestly feel free to pull up the soundboard from Discord because you're gonna want to like pick a sound for this one.
Yeah, I am
The
on
f-
my phone, so I
yes,
don't know if I can do
okay.
it from my phone, but
So
I will do this in the future.
the first sentence is in all caps, and then the rest is your regular text. So it says,
Uh-huh.
"Buckle up." It makes it harder for the aliens to snatch you from your car.
What?
I
I did
just
not think that's your
no,
I
no. So
thought
I'm
you were
gonna read
getting
that.
ready to, like, share some, like, really sick news. You're like, "Buckle up."
Buckle up. It makes it harder for the aliens to snatch you from your car. And I'm just very
Okay.
concerned. I'm just, I'm
That was
trying to
definitely
like,
another. That was definitely another one that you like pulled from somewhere.
I gotta see. I'm gonna Google this now because there's no way it randomly was like, haha.
Right, you're like, I got him with this one.
Wait. If you hear me typing, that's because I'm trying to find it.
Hard at work,
Yeah.
working on this podcast. You're very committed to it.
Is this an actual quote from somewhere? I guess there's bumper
Could
stickers.
be.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a bumper
Is it a
sticker.
bumper sticker?
Buckle up.
It's.
It
I was
makes
about to
it
say
harder
it
for the
gives bumper
aliens to suck
sticker
you out of your
vibes.
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2011 me was like, haha. Ha.
Got him.
Got him.
I have one from 2012 as well.
Okay.
I don't think that I got this from somewhere because it's like it's not specific. Maybe I did, but it's like you ever hear those like expressions where you're like, we're not the sharpest,
Tool in the
whatever, you're not
shed.
the
Yeah.
boldest tool in the shed. Yeah. From April 3rd,
Oh, God.
2012, I said, well, you're not the sharpest knife in the dot 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 place where they keep knives. XD. I literally put XD. Perfect. Perfect. I'm like, girl, you typed that out and put that on the internet for what? For
And I'm
2 likes?
glad. I'm glad, at least with Facebook memories, they're just memories. So I can pick and
Oh, yeah.
choose what I want to. It's not going to pop up for everyone unless I reshare it.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
did get a whopping one like from somebody.
Yeah.
Whoa, now, hold on.
That had 2 likes. Whoa.
Does it say one
Very
of them is
funny.
you?
No, no.
Oh,
Honestly, no, but I'm surprised I didn't like it.
because there was one, and I think maybe I texted it to you, but it was the lyrics to "Never Say Never"
Yeah.
from Justin Bieber, and I think the only like I got on that one was my own.
Was that the one where you tweeted it was like not tweeted it was like the Jaden Smith lyrics or
Yes,
something?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
hmm
Uh,
because
you know.
again, and I have let me tell you, I have a bunch saved for the upcoming
Uh-huh.
episodes, and at
Oh, me too.
least two of those are song lyrics.
Whoop.
Why?
As you said before, buckle up.
Buckle up. So now when I'm driving to work, I'm safe because they're not going to be
Yeah.
able to snatch me from my car.
Because that would be the first place that they would go. They wouldn't take somebody out in the open, you know what I mean? They
No, no,
would go
no.
in your car
They're going to
first.
go into the highway where there's millions of people driving and be like, I'm going to select this random car.
You know, but I don't know. We don't know how the aliens think. Maybe you are ahead of the curve. We don't know. Who knows?
Well,
This could just be
yeah.
your innovative thinking, you
Well,
know?
it's like there's that one post once that was saying, "Oh, you know, if you weigh more, it makes it harder for the zombies to like snatch you or something." Did you ever see that one?
I think so, yeah. I don't know
So,
exactly what it said, but I definitely remember something similar.
so when we drive to New York soon,
Yeah.
we gotta we gotta buckle
Gotta
up.
buckle up. You gotta buckle.
I mean, not for the safety of yourself in case of an
Right.
accident, only for the sole purpose of not getting snatched from aliens.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's what they should
we'll
teach in
keep
driving
you guys
schools. Yeah,
updated on our little New York trip and let
that'll
you know if
probably
it. Well,
be.
you'll know if this
Oh
is
yeah,
the last episode that we put up. You'll
prior
know
to
that
that.
the
Oh yeah,
aliens.
yeah. If we yeah if we never come back and make another episode, just know the aliens got me.
Just know that we didn't buckle. No, that's
We
really
didn't buckle
morbid.
up.
We didn't buckle up to
And
the
feel
aliens.
free to raid Area 51 and come get us back.
Please do.
Please
Please
do.
do.
Or
Please do.
just,
We have
yeah,
who's gonna take care of our cats, you know what I mean?
that's true. Okay, I'm going to buckle up
We're
from
gonna
now
die.
on because I haven't been doing that, you know? I don't
Buckle up
know.
for Niall, buckle up for Sticks, buckle up for Lemmy.
Buck,
Make those all hashtags.
put
Put
that
that
on the
there we go.
shirt.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Put that on a t shirt. Yes. Or merch one day.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to
Buckle up.
put that on a t-shirt.
I'm going to
On the
say
t-shirt.
buckle up in all caps on the t shirt.
Just buckle up,
Just
nothing
buckle up.
else. No
Not
other
the, no, on the back, I'm going to say it makes it harder for
real
the aliens to snatch you from your car.
yeah, but put it in like really small print to the point where
Yes.
like somebody has to get real close to the shirt to
And
see.
so we're like, why are you up my ass? Oh, I'm just reading your shirt. Oh, okay. You're touching my
Uh,
butt. I know. I'm just trying to read your shirt.
I think that's a good place to call it. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And if you
So
haven't
yeah.
already, we do have an Instagram.
Yes, we do.
We
We
do
have a
have
TikTok
TikTok.
as well.
We have our own personal TikToks. Well, mine's not
Yes, we
personal for
do.
me. It's personal for my cats.
Yeah.
Well, yours is pretty much for the cats. Yeah.
Mine is basically my cat. The only thing that identifies as me is the name, and I'm in the thumbnail or the picture
Yes.
with my cat as well. But
Yes. And then
yeah,
you can
check out our
listen.
socials.
Yes.
Listen to
Listen
all our previous
Spotify.
episodes. We are a hoot and a half, if I do say so myself.
The small and the tall.
Yes.
Any,
Bye.
bye.